Right.
So this is
More
a
or less
day
got
in
the
the life of
timing
the
right.
traveler.
And I could
I'm learning
just...
more about you all the time.
Yeah, so we are almost perfectly on time going live. Yeah, that kind of worked out better than expected. Today we have to go through, as per usual, the daily quests and a couple of dungeons. And after that then will be the current event. Use of the Violet Garden, as I progressed a lot, as you can see since last stream, so still have to finish this, and there are only 2 days left doing so that's gonna take priorities. And in between we will do some account reviews, there are actually some requests for it. Without further ado, let's actually get this done. I hope actually you can hear me. Game's very silent, I guess, but hope it isn't all too bad. You can actually see who is next, which is no one on the account review, so that works too. Which is very nice indeed. It appears like my preview over here on the YouTube studio is actually kind of broken. I know that for a fact that there are people in here, but it says there are no people here.
My apologies.
Oh right, I didn't put my build back together. Oopsie.
Allow me.
Can you come down here, please?
Do your master's bidding. Transfiguration. Whirling snow. Yeah.
Right, I have to actually change these back. In the video I meant like I didn't have much luck with my cryo artifacts. I did not really have any luck with my cryo artifacts. Like real bad. I got defense. If you expected there to follow something up, nope. It's just that bad. Let's actually let's actually see how long the stream will go today, as I have well, grown kind of sick, and this is not great. And we'll see how long I can keep up with streaming for today.
Hold the line. Here we go. Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Think you can get away?
Come on, you're not going down there? Really?
Yeah. Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Oh, you get well soon. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so too, because actually I should be working tomorrow. And I need the money. On the other hand, wouldn't be too bad if I didn't go, because insurance here in Switzerland is kind of nice. Even if you're only working part-time and you're sick, you will get like sick days. Which is very great. But if possible, I would like to go to work, because I really like my colleagues actually. Oh, I got a message on Discord. Who that is? Looks great. Nice. If there's one thing that I love is to get actually some feedback on, well, whatever I do. think getting feedback on things is, one, for the person who gives the feedback, one of the most interesting things to do, or, well, they learn the most from it. And obviously for me, I can incorporate feedback into whatever I do and improve myself. Oh man, I feel you, Tanner. Getting you some medicine.
Yes, I see.
We'll do it like so.
There's a pleasant breeze and glorious sunshine. So, where shall we go for a walk?
I think after the daily commissions, we'll go and make one pull on her weapon, and after that we'll go and roast some resin. You can have some sweet flour. Barely have enough. Will Nuggy join the stream? I hope so, but he has been quite busy the last couple of days. So I don't actually know if he's going to join or not.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Because usually he joins at some point. It can happen that it's like after 5. But usually he will join the stream a bit later down the line. Because today we are quite early with 4:30 p.m. Yeah, to my time zone. And if I'm correct, Nagi is in the same time zone. And he's probably still doing his studies. I don't actually know what he's doing, though. I don't know him personally, unfortunately, as he is not living nearby. Not really, like a quarter of a planet away. I think same goes for Dragon, who's in Asia, if I remember correctly. So that's another quarter Earth away from me. Something that I don't like though about Ayaka is that she is not able to bunny hop, which is something I do like all the time. Just increase a little bit how far I can go. That was everything, right? Could have been everything. How's the video actually performing now after the announcement? Premiere? A couple of people are here. Sweet. I mean, by now I should get some views on the new videos, as 250 subscribers should be. A couple that see the videos like right after it released. Like you guys. And will we have luck today? I am 30-ish pulls into the Mist Splitter, and I've only got a single one pull. No, exactly 30. Still a bit early. Nope. It's pretty blue. That is pretty blue. Alright, I said we will be doing some artifact farming. If you would like to do some with me, you obviously can write me on Discord, or... Wait, already have 3. Didn't I like do a... If you'd like, you can join me on Discord in the voice chat. Can I actually set it up properly? Give me 1 second. I don't actually know. Oh,
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
audio. Okay, it did take the right one. Sweet. Sweet.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
And with that, we shall be going up here. Hey Dragon, welcome back. Have
Snow
you
that
built
once
your
adorned
Shenhe
them
as
robed in
Zap
silver.
DPS?
Thus,
Kind of. I didn't really build her good at all. It's the unfortunate part of it. The thing is, with Shenhe, you usually just give her attack percent and that's it. But I haven't built her as I would love to. Why do you have this piece? This is an awful piece for you. Why do you have so... What's going on? Must have gone wild lately. Yeah, that looks more like it. That one is fine. That one's fine as well. That one, more or less. But over here I don't have anything. Ningguang, what do you have? A piece that should... and it has no recharge. Hey, Dr. Darkside. How are you doing? Which piece? Oh, probably this piece. That's crit rate. I have no clue which one it is. Damn it. Let's just give her some from someone that I don't need at the moment. Kaching. Oh, that's bad. Crit rate. Attack percent. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that one. Ningguang doesn't need it. Are you doing account reviews? Yes. As you can see, I would like to do some, but so far, no one has said anything. Jesus, we have a lot of attack. 2.7k. Crit rate of 70%. Maybe we should get that. Crit damage. I don't have crit damage, do I? Wouldn't be bad at one. This team's not great. Can you help me farm? Sure. On Forza right now. What does on Forza right now mean? Like you're playing the game Forza? Can you help me farm? It depends on what you would like to farm. If you'd like to farm this artifact set here, sure, we can do that. I would like to get like a decent set for any of my cryo characters for once. Because so far I really didn't have any luck. Like I got a couple of good ones. Heyo! Hey Aniket! Like so far we got some nice flowers and blooms. I think that one's pretty good. Like a lot of recharge. And I got a couple of other ones as well. Didn't I lock one? That one's pretty nice. That one's okay. Why did I lock these? That's not worth locking. Yeah, but I got a couple of good ones here. Well, I wanted to farm materials for Ganyu, so... But you are adventure rank 45. You are already past 45, correct? So I should be able to join you. You were in Europe as well on the EU server, right? You were not past 45. Okay. What kind of materials would you like to farm? The essential materials or what kind of materials? Essential materials. She does need... What did she need again? Like the Chingsa? Yeah. Yeah. Congrats on your 253 subs. Yeah, thank you. I was quite impressed as well. Even though the view numbers just went down really hard. Subscriber count actually went up a bit more, so really happy with that. What do you need of these? Do you need the ice flower? Or do you need these nectar thingies? My Ganius level 70. Yes. That's fine. That's fine. But what kind of materials do you need? Do you need the flowers? With those I can't really help you. But this one I can help you very well. With these, why not? How many of these I have? I could need more of these, or could use more of these. Nectar and ice rock and flower. Well, I can definitely help you with the nectar. I'm quite low on them as well. Like, incredibly low. Yeah, that's all the nectar I have left. So, basically nothing. Sure, send me your ID, and then I shall be joining you. Yeah, like the... that piece over here. You mean this one? From the... How is it even called? Cryo rig is fine. It's pretty low, yeah. Like, for the last 6 months, I haven't really been able to farm anything. So that's why you see, like, most of the materials have almost run dry. Like, the Hilichurl stuff, sure, that's plenty, and... Jesus, even slimes are almost low. What the hell? But anyways, these 3 parts are mostly good. When it comes to the Abyss Mages and the Ruin Guards and stuff, I'm quite low on things. Like actually low. It's quite bad. I got a couple of these, but that's about it. What's your server region? I am playing on EU. Can you tell me what books Kazuha needs? Transcendence,
Sure.
I think?
I'll play you another
It was that one, right? Diligence. What is diligence? You need this one, I think. Alright. Dragon, send me your ID, and then I can join you. And boss drops? Boss drops is not hard. For Kazuha, you need Mago Kinki. And all the blue... how do you say this? Shroom-like things that are over here. A couple of them are over here. All around here, around the coast. And... well, there were a few more over here, I think. And boss drops for talents. For talents, you need the diligence scrolls from Liyue. Careful, it's really weird. It's from Liyue over here. Like, it's actually today as well. It's really odd. Like, this is special when it comes to Kazuha. You need stuff from Liyue, the talent materials from Liyue. And also the boss talents from Astaha, which is also over here. This is like stuff from Liyue, and from Inazuma you need his essential materials. And like the regional materials, the flowers. And the enemy material, like the casual enemies, are the treasure hoarders. That's what their name was. I mean, I haven't done like a lot of videos about Kazuha for nothing, right? Dragon, would you mind sending me your ID so I can join you in multiplayer? You did? Oh. Where? You write me in private chat? Chat,
Right now, I wish I was
YouTube
sitting
chat.
at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
No, I don't see it. It's not in my chat. Maybe paste it again, or someone else copy it and paste it as well, so I can get it for sure. Nope, it's not here. Yeah, I thought so. It's very odd. Maybe you can think I am spam. Potentially. You could,
Come on, traveler, let's go.
I don't know,
The
write
world is
something
full
after,
of lost
like
ballads
subs,
just waiting to be
just as
rediscovered.
you did before. Like, congrats on your 253 subs. Something like that, and just paste the number in there. Maybe it works like that. Just write a word next to it. Like, I got this amount of Mora. You send in a Discord. Okay. Yeah, here it is. And oh, it's a multiplayer. Request to join. Help me fight boss if you are rank 40. Alright. What shall we farm first? I think it's the smartest to get after the flower things first. This here. The Whooper flowers. Wait, did I fuck it up? Navigate. Okay, over here. Nectars? Yes. Maybe I should actually change over to that one. And that one. So this way we deal quite a bit more damage. I also wonder how much damage I'll
Time to
actually
act.
do. Really quite curious. Oh, you actually have a thing over here. How are these things called again? Geo... something. Oh, you also have a chest over here. Just over here. It might be easier if you just joined the chat on Discord, like the voice chat, if you wouldn't mind, like getting your voice heard all over the internet. Is there any way where I can change my server witching can and they do the same? No, you cannot. As far as I'm concerned, you cannot. Maybe you can write to the Genshin support. Your mic is broken. Oh, unfortunate. Potentially you can write to Genshin support, but then they'd transfer everything if they did. And if you are not close to the EU region, it is not something that you want, because the ping is gonna get, like, super high. Yeah, but in general, I think you can't.
Here come the fireworks!
What the hell?
No,
These
my
guys have,
sword!
like, no HP at all.
Rain,
And I barely
outlines
have
your
any
fate.
damage reduction. I don't even need my... E. What the hell? I have a big question. Will Haizo, Detective of Inazuma 4-star, will be on the same banner as Kazuha in 2.8? This is a very good question. I have heard a lot of speculation about him. What I don't know on top of my head is how many characters have been released since patch 2.0. If I know that, I could potentially give you a decent answer. What characters did we have? We had the 4 5-stars from patch 2.0 and 2.1. And we had Sayo and Toma in there as well, that's 6. Patch 2.2 was a rerun. Ping is going to be a main issue because I'm in Asia. Yeah, that's the main issue. You're not gonna enjoy it, believe me. What else was there? 2.2 was the rerun from Hu Tao. Was there someone else? Was it the child rerun as well? Was it back then? So then there were no new characters in patch 2.0. No. It was Ito as well. Ito was here too. So that's 5? Oh, that's 7. 7 since 2.0. Oh, you have a chest over there. What else? 7, 2.3, 2.4 Chenha was released. That's 8. 2.5 was Miko. That's 9. 2.6 is now with Ayato. That's 10. For the next 2 patches we know of 2 that's are gonna join. That's 12. So there should be another 5 characters theoretically be released rather soon. Probably missed someone. Why not? Counted you. If you include Alloy, that's 13. That's 14. $15. There is a chance. There's a chance. I think I missed... either I missed one further character
Body and mind.
that I didn't count. Or...
Time to act.
it actually we should be getting another 2 characters released. Like, in the next 2 patches. Wonder what's gonna be. Like they said before that they are planning to release 17 new characters every year. And with that they would pretty much be perfectly on time. Whether it is going to be Haizo or Hazel or someone else, I cannot tell you, fortunately. Like with the 4 stars, they do not really care as much as they do with the 5 stars. Like, with the 5 stars, so far it has been that even if there were 2 reruns at the same time, you couldn't, like, they were limited to the region. Like, for example, you had Kokomi and Raiden rerun, both from Inazuma, or you had very early in the game. Oh wait. Anyways, when it came to reruns, double reruns, they had, like, always from the same nation. But the same cannot be said for the other things. Like, it's not including 4 stars. Then shall I build some pity by getting Haizo, risk losing on guaranteed, because Haizo might be a great buffer for Xiao, like adding more resistance, shred, 20%, a catalyst user that can use thrilling tales. Well, I haven't read into what kind of stats he might have, so I don't want to give you any bad hopes on it. But building pity... well, it very much depends on if you want that character that's well, going to be released.
Solidify.
Fire hazard!
Fun fact, you could mine ores like that with Razor too. I know. A friend of mine who more or less mains Razor, you can pick up the chest. Well, showed that to me as well. Like, it's really a good idea. Let's also get you that thing on top of there, if you wouldn't mind.
Crumble.
Is it supposed to look like so? I'm not quite sure.
Rise.
In case you didn't know, if you have to climb, use male characters, as they tend to have a better stamina, or they jump higher with each time. So you lose less stamina by jumping, or you get higher by using the same stamina. Just in case you didn't know. And if you have to swim, female characters are the ones to take. Due to height? Is it only because of height? I thought it had also to do with them being male and therefore being able to climb better, while women tend to be better with swimming. Discrimination, yeah. Well, it's not... I didn't come up with this, alright? It wasn't me. It's not my fault. Oh, right, I remember that one is actually not even on top of here. That's down below. Okay. You have another chest over here, and after that we can get your... Geo... How are these things called again? I haven't been farming these since like ages. I lost a guaranteed on Miko. I like her design, but hate her kit. I got her in like 20 pulls, wanted Fischl badly. Wait, you don't have Fischl?
Wine tastes the same as I remember.
Yeah, that's rough.
But where are those who share the memory?
I have one of these. Let me pull that one. Is it going to be a Chi-Chi? My first Chi-Chi? No, it's just a random 4-star. Oh, God. But honestly, I kind of like her kit.
Solidify.
Because you can actually increase your damage by a huge amount. Honestly, that's just griefing what I'm doing here. Feminist, when they realize, then go after Hoyoverse. Oh, don't be too loud, please. Don't be too loud. Can I actually do this for you? I don't think I can. No, you have to make it. Yeah, that's just what she does. See, she like does apply electro very often. If you use someone like Yoimiya, that's perfectly fine. Do you have any Geo character with which you can activate this one? Because I cannot. Only the player that's well playing can do it. Ah yes. Here comes Yunjin. Alright, it's important that once you get that thing, we actually go back. Wait, wasn't there like supposed to be any more seeing here? We can actually... No way. Damn. You can make that up, can you? Let's at least get that thing down here, the flower. Wait, here's another chest. You are back up there. Okay, that works too. Sometimes I just love multiplayer, just because of quirky things like that. Just like flying down here. Oh jeez.
Thank you, and good night.
Wait. Did you just take a shortcut down here, potentially? Not the good kind.
Stabilize.
I'm just going to ask, like, is it actually fine if I help you kill all these enemies, because I feel like I'm kind of destroying your game, just because I like who hit them all the time. Sure. All right. Good. 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 Not that I have to feel bad about it. It is supposed to be here. Is it further down below? Yeah, it's further down below. You should activate the teleport first, so you can get here more often. But I really wonder what we are actually gonna get in the next couple of versions. I'm very curious if they actually... Like, I've seen a video about that the Summer Islands are just going to return. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like the Summer Island event of 1.6. But on the other hand, just recycling it that simply? That's not something that Hoyoverse usually does, do they? Find it kind of hard. On the other hand, it was such a huge area with so much... LOL, I found another chest. With so much detail that I also find it kind of hard that they just wouldn't reuse it ever. Really curious what we're gonna get. But for the next two versions... Like, in the next two versions, we should be getting 4 reruns. Like, one of it is clear, that's going to be Ito. And then there should be a Klee. And Kazuha and Yoimiya. And what I don't know about is like how they're gonna organize it. Because Kazuha is technically speaking a Yue character and not an Inazuma character. Which is... not making it easier, but I really am curious what we're gonna get.
Order guide you.
Here come the fireworks!
Man, being over leveled is kind of how should I put this? Like, it's... You have so much power. Now I have her C2 and then lost my 50-50 to Kaching on Ayato. Now I am soft pity again. Wait, then I wouldn't recommend you pulling if you don't want a 5-star character. Can I activate you? No, can activate it. And... Like there's one over here? No. I lost my 50-50, so you actually wanted to pull Ayaka and you didn't get... Yeah, oh. Man, that's rough. That is rough. Like, I can't say anything because I am super lucky when it comes to the 50-50s. I rarely lose them. But when I do, I always get the same character. But, honestly, I would like to have a Mona. Like every character at least once. But Diluc just gets in the way all the time. His ego is way too big. Am I actually blind to not get... The last one is it on... Ah, so it actually is here. And there's another chest as well. Alright, but open your chests like there's... I'm still missing one of them. Okay. There's a chest over there. You might want to open that one. We got like 20 minutes. Alright. And there's one somewhere still. Up here. There you go. There's a chest for you. Get your 5 Primogems. And then we'll be off too. Oh boy, how fast will it explode? How fast is this Registine going to explode? Actually, let me take my Eula. I really want to see. Do I have my artifact still in her? You're good, you're good, you're good. Crit damage. Oh, I swapped out you for someone, probably.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Let's take you. And you are fine. Yep. You is good.
If you lie on the grass, you can
That
feel the
one's good.
heartbeat of the world.
Alright, let's slap the punching bag. You ready?
Gather.
Let's actually build her stuff up.
Beg for mercy. Let me scribe. Eye for an
And
eye.
let's do that. And now
Vengeance
ult.
will be mine.
Oh boy. That thing doesn't have much HP. That was like 4 hits or something. Like I don't need, I think I need like 5 hits and the thing's gone. Jesus, overleveled it being stupid. Holy Jesus. That was entertaining. That's, yeah, entertaining is what it was. Do you potentially need something else in the Registine? Like Pyro? Wait, should I pick it up? I should pick it up. Not because I need it, but so it actually resets. Oh boy, no 5 stars. What else do we do? Like in the meantime we wait? Let's get the flowers over here. Oh Jesus, my neck didn't like that I had to yaw. Can I one hit these guys? These guys. Not quite. There were a couple of more over there. You can... Should I prepare you this thing over here? Let's actually see how much damage I take by these guys. 600? Okay.
Stabilize.
Oh, your damage is quite good. There are some more drops over there if you'd like.
Crush.
Oh, that was a 10k crit. 20. These guys have like no resistance at all. Just die. Eula's just fun. Don't listen to what, where's the nectar? Right, let me show you. You were actually already present, so
More speed.
you should be able to pick it up even now. Nectar was over here. Over here. Somewhere here. Hope you can see it. I killed it over here. I'm pretty sure about it. I hope it was here, still. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. I was too fast with killing him. How is the cryo thing coming along? 1 second. So we can actually go for the Registine once more. Well, pressed L too often. And let's actually get you, like an actual pyro team. How much do you spend on a game? Overall, I think somewhere in between 400 and 500 quids. Like $400 to $500, probably. I'm not quite sure. But you have to see, I spent this over like 1.5 years, so it's not as bad as you might think. Especially, I like used to have the...
Delve into death.
What is it called again?
For Reckless.
How is that stupid thing called again? The Walking Moon. Which, like, it gives you up to 3k in total. Like, up to 3k Primo Gems just by logging in every day. So that's very nice. So you get about almost 20 pulls, like, every month just by spending 5 quids. So that's not too bad.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Is physical official good? I haven't tried it. Honestly, I usually take only with a harp. But I don't think I have the weapon you mean. My official, she's level 70 or something. Here. I'm not even sure which bow you mean. Harp.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Have you ever thought about starting a free-to-play account? I did, like very in the beginning of the when I started this account. I wanted to do something akin to a let's play. And then I started with an account. Say word harp. Oh, you mean like the weapon I have here? Probably not. It's not really great.
Off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Like, I tried getting a free-to-play account running, but I want to see a let's play. I can continue. Like, they are the oldest video. The first one I had to delete because the quality was so awful. But sure, I can continue then. After, like, I finished the things I need to do here, like, get the current event done. Like, it's way too awful. Like, I only have 2 days left. Is it fine if I leave you at the current state because you said you had to go? I think it's
If you lie
soon
on the
time
grass, you
for
can
it.
feel the heartbeat of the world.
And I don't wanna, like, spend more resin, which I don't really have at the moment. Thank you. Alright. It was nice playing with you over here. And we sure can do that next time again when we are alive. It won't be an issue. I kind of like playing in this kind of low level
That once it dawned in
worlds.
Love and Silver,
If
Boss
the
to
other
reveal
one
the gleam
is fine with me just destroying everything, like destroying all the balance that there was supposed to be in the game. What is your images? What if Yoimiya bandages come off? You are on the wrong platform, my dude. You are on the wrong platform for this kind of question. Like this should be fine, yeah. Or was that not supposed to go in the YouTube chat? But a physical official, to your question from before. The thing is with official, she doesn't really scale well with damage, like attack damage overall, because her base damage is fairly low, if I remember correctly. So probably not the smartest build to begin with, like physical damage.
Shine down.
You weren't dead before. Jesus.
You're toast. Nice and spicy. Fire hazard.
Alright, they don't drop because we're in a dungeon. I remember. Let's see what we actually get this time. Maybe we have some luck. Can you give me a guide for Shunnling now? Stack pyro. What the fuck is that? 4? I get 4? Jeez! That's actually a very good one. Unfortunately, the wrong stat, but Hydro overall, not bad. What can I give you? Yeah, I've never seen that before. I like getting 4, Jesus. But Shunnling? Quite easy to build. Give her 5 artifacts. Maybe get her some recharge. Like crit rate, crit damage is good. Elemental can work very well. As you can see here. That's what I kind of built her. I built her hybrid with attack damage and elemental mastery. I'm back. What's happening? Yeah, I just pulled 4 5-star artifacts out of a single artifact or run, which was quite insane. Get the Crimson Flame, Crimson Witch of Flames set as it just stupidly high. Also, it increases your damage with overload. So if you have a character like Yoimiya that's fighting with her together, it's really strong. One was good. Unfortunately, it was on the wrong thing. What was here? Like that one. It was a Hydro bonus with decent substats. Unfortunately, no crit, but I'll take that. That's good enough. And yeah, I'm back though. Yeah, that was like really insane. We'll be back after a while. Hold on a second, I didn't even see all these messages you sent, Aoi. There's one behind the brush. Ah, right. How are you doing? Hey, Alpha Raptor. I'm doing good. Sort of. Kind of sick. Not really doing good. That's how you change your opinion, man. Okay, I'm back one. Damn good though, yeah. I don't know, say 4-piece Crimson, 4-piece Emblem, or Noblesse 2-piece and Crimson 2-piece. I think, yeah, 4-piece Crimson is probably best. Or just the simplest to get, or not to get, but like it makes most sense.
Adorn my night into the wind.
That looked very weird just now. It didn't like jump up at all.
Torn to oblivion. The thunder falls silent.
Kind of. What is going on? Why are they charging in the wrong way? Like also, why isn't he properly jumping? What's going on here? Yeah, my game's acting really weird just now. And also I can't play anymore. I blame it on me being sick.
There is no escape.
Just kill him. By the way, I am on my relative server, but my ping is still high. What to do? That's a good question. Like, if you are from Nuggies, kinda friendship circle, not really a lot of what you can do. Like, you see, if it's simply is that so if it's so far away from the server, you just can't do anything better. That's just your internet, bro. Now, if it has to go around the world, like the whole process, it just can't get as fast. Like, even with the speed of light, you still need about 100 milliseconds or something just for one way. So that's not really helping. Try VPN. VPN doesn't necessarily lower your speed though. Like, you have to make sure if you get like a direct connection, from your place to where the server is, potentially you can get an improvement. But most of the time you don't actually get really an improvement by using a VPN. Come on, press your thing.
Adorn my night.
I'm giving too many inputs, I think. That's why it's not really acting the way it should be. You have good internet though. Yeah, but are you like also from South Africa as Nagi is? Ping's local observer is about 34 to 60 on average. As you can see, my ping is usually below 30. Because I'm living in the north of Switzerland, near Zurich. And the server are probably hosted somewhere in Germany, close to Frankfurt, maybe in France, in Paris or something. And the connection is really good from my place. But that's just because I'm only about 200 kilometers or something, maybe 300, away from the server. But if you're playing from South Africa and the closest server you get is like Europe, there's nothing you can do. You have bad connection to like you're from India. Well, wouldn't it be easier to connect to the Asia server then? Or I guess it's close to China, so you probably you are connecting to the Asia server. So I don't know. How many servers are they in for Genshin Impact? Yeah, Asia is better in India. Oh, Jesus. I was lucky just now. Server location. I thought that's the issue, yep. What's the best server to play Genshin? Currently, Genshin has 4 available servers. America, which is probably located in Virginia, US, Europe, which is located in Frankfurt, as I thought. And where's the Asia server? Why? Wait. Asia is located in Tokyo. Oh. I have average 160, sometimes 110. Yeah, that would explain it. Like, the 4 servers that there are, like America, Virginia probably, Europe, Frankfurt, makes sense. Asia, Tokyo, which I don't really see why. Chinese in Hong Kong, only available for Chinese clients. So if you look at it like that, then maybe Frankfurt might be the better idea, but you're pretty much in the middle of both servers, depending on where in India you are. Japan is close to India too. Well, it depends. India is fucking huge. If you're in the east, it's probably closer, and if you are in the west, Europe might be closer. It all depends on where you
As
live.
one with wind and cloud, I must remain calm.
The fuse is lit! Inazuma shines
As
eternal!
per my experience in co-op. It would make sense that Japanese people like get the best connection, because connection to Korea is quite good, and the other main centers in Asia that play Genshin Impact are the Philippines, Japan, and Korea next to China. And China has their own server, so that makes total sense to actually place it there. Like, it's the only nation that has more or less good connection to every other place, so yeah. If you connect to an A from Japan, I get 190 ping at most. That's because Japan has, like, good connections to the Americans. That's not really a surprise. Now in the south of India, well, in that case you fucked up. Like, you are the first away from both servers. That's actually... Jesus, Google Earth. Let me actually share the screen for a second. Come on, Google Earth. Don't be so lame. Alright. Let's just... can I not change the... Oh, right, here's the angle. Let's assume you are... Where's a place I know? Goa. Goa. Let's assume you're in Goa. And... No, can I, like, not make a route over here? I think. Let's say you're in Goa. That's... How long is that? And here. No, wait. Can I not, like, measure stuff? Right. Back to maps. Alright. Let's say Frankfurt. Frankfurt, here. And... down here to Goa. How many kilometers is that? Does it even say? It doesn't even say, but let's just take the time of flight. You need 13 hours plus. And let's change that to Tokyo, which is another 13 hours. So you're basically in the middle of both servers. So it doesn't really depend on which server you choose. You are out of luck anyhow. Bangalore. So this town, or this city down here. It doesn't really change, in fact, like at half an hour. Maybe you're a bit further away from Frankfurt and a bit closer to Japan. So it doesn't really make a difference. Which is very unlucky in your case. Why isn't the text displayed anymore? Good. Yeah, right, and now geography. Well, it doesn't really depend when it comes to the internet, because you can either go via satellite, but for this connection it's probably not needed. What's your internet speed impact? My internet speed theoretically would be 10 gigabyte, but my PC can handle it. So it's 1 gigabyte, or 1 gigabit.
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
Yeah, in that case, sad noises is really
To oblivion.
the only fitting thing. That was a bit too fast.
Into the wind.
Oh Jesus, don't kill me, man.
Fallen leaves. Adorn.
Time for a light show.
Yeah, but geography doesn't really matter much for, like, internet speeds. Like, in this situation anyhow, it's more or less even. Because you have connections between Turkey to get over that strait, and you have some connections via Burma, or however it's called again nowadays, and then through Vietnam, and then via cable to probably the Philippines, and then further to Japan. I have a friend in India with 500 megabits with a 250 ping to Genshin, and this is why I do his abyss. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I can't play Europe with... No, you cannot. You'd have to change servers, and you'd lose your progress and every bit of money you spend. So that's not really a great choice. Neither is. He says in India internet is not very gaming focused. Well, if you have to think about it, India, or the most portion or part of India, didn't have power or energy like for the longest time. Like, the current government has set its target to get like internet to the masses, and they are definitely succeeding with that, and I'm dying like all the time. Jeez. And if you look at it like that, sure, they don't care about internet in the slightest, or it's not on their priorities. Oh, that totally makes sense.
Here come the fireworks!
As one with wind and cloud.
Well, it's kind of
One
not the
strike.
case nowadays. Yeah, bro dodge. Yeah, I'm kind of fucking it up. But it's kind of not the case nowadays. Like the connection to the, like everybody getting connection to power. Yeah, because they already did it. They like did a lot. So that's good on them. It's improving. Yeah, definitely. Like if you look at how it was, like even 10 years ago, and compare it to now, it's much better. Like it's not even funny how much better it is. Probably the head of state, I think. Moti Sindabad. I don't know. I think we should stop talking about this and go back to Genshin. Yeah. I do have to make this quest here. We still have a fair bit to do. But like, there are many things in the world that I have an interest about, and that was one of the things I'm really interested in. It's becoming more complicated by the second.
Pleasant breeze and glorious sunshine.
Ah,
Look! That figure on the wharf! It looks like
that looked
Kazuha.
really weird. What is going on? Ayaka, are you drunk? Do you have Jean? I have Jean. What the hell was that? I have Jean, but unfortunately, I only have her on Z0, and all my other lost 50/50s went into this guy. This one. Oh, you live? Yeah, Nagi, I'm here. Ether rejected Ayaka, lol. Guess. But I'm playing with Lamine, so meh.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Iridori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
Must be something interesting to see, like Nagi joins, and the first thing he sees is Ether rejected Ayaka, lol. She's pretty useful in theater mechanic. Like who? Lumine? Or you probably mean Ayaka. Let me go watch your Ayaka vid. We'll be back. Alright, see you soon.
We didn't expect to see you either! Returning as a guest for the Iridori Festival, no doubt.
I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the outside world for so long, it's good to have an opportunity to return to my homeland and pay respects to my old friends.
Really like to listen to Kazuha. Yeah, Jean is pretty good in the theater mechanic. I should use her more often.
Kazuha, when we saw you in the distance just now, you seemed to be looking for something. What happened?
Oh yeah, did you remember the thumbnail of one of my past videos? Like, I just stood next to Kazuha and it didn't trigger any voice lines. But now it did, and I wasn't able to walk past it. By the way, why Kazuha name is full from just Kazuha? There's any lore in it? If you look at it, every Inazuma character has their full name, like the connection to their clan. I don't know why they decided to do that, and especially with Kokumi, it actually broke the game at some point. Like it wasn't able to display the full name. Jean can yeet enemies away. Yeah, that's why she's great.
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat with everyone just now, I suddenly heard light footsteps around me. I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, the person had already disappeared. I only heard a splash come from below the pier.
Oh.
Even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of them, I found this strange piece of paper by my feet.
Next story part.
Oh, does the paper happen to have a poem written on it?
Huh. How did you know?
Naruto reference? It flew right past me. I only watched it in Japanese, so I didn't really get it.
Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things could happen.
Guys, I didn't start the recording. Hazo, can you show this piece of paper?
Sure, here it is. Please, have a look.
Right, because I'm an idiot, we are starting to record a bit late. Kazuo just got a paper, like a poem. And like, we saw him hearing someone and we just bumped into it, like on purpose. And yeah, now we start talking, he found his paper, somebody escaped. And that's where we are now. The 5 Kassen Splendor Kahito. Long have I been famed, and since my youth I had great ambition. I stamped every new verse with scarlet seal, and thus was I known. Guys, I shouldn't be reading that out. Have you watched One Piece? Partly. I shouldn't be reading that out. My voice wouldn't keep up until like for another hour. It would die before that.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's poem ended with a reference to Akihito. And sure enough, this is a story about him.
Actually, let me put this in auto.
Story this time basically says that Akihito got his name from his love of red seals. However, the Shogun discovered that he had committed plagiarism, and he was soon exiled. Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
Well, the other sides weren't much better either. Yep.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once wanted as a criminal by the shogunate. So I'm not all that different from Akihito mentioned in this story.
Nope.
But according to the story, Akihito was exiled by the Shogun because of his wrongdoings. You did nothing wrong, Kazuha.
He existed.
Huh? Traveler, what are you thinking about?
The seal mentioned in the story. Yeah. Maybe it can help Shincho.
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that your friend has been struggling because he's unable to sign his name quickly, right? In Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying, that which has been stamped has also been signed. Perhaps using a seal could be a feasible solution. While sailing at sea, I sometimes carve things to pass the time. If you wish to create a stamp for his seal, I might be able to help.
Cool.
Wow, that's an idea! Quick, let's go tell Albedo!
Alright, Albedo can design it and he can make the stamp and then they are good to go. Now, what I've been watching, or what I'm currently watching is the Shield Hero, obviously, but also the... Is it the 3rd season? Yeah, the 3rd season of Bookworm, which is probably the series I like the most. Like, period. Probably the best story currently in production.
Albedo, we figured out a way to help Shincho!
Interesting. A story of the 5 Kassen appears again, and with a timely solution. A stamped seal, huh? Let me think. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. However...
Is there another problem? Like, has anyone of you seen The Ascendance of a Bookworm? If so, let me know, because I love this series.
Since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books.
Fair
But
enough.
I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course. Let's go to Ouya restaurant now to discuss my idea with everyone.
I'm watching it currently. Okay, because... like, I don't want to spoiler you, but what we are currently seeing is nothing Valkyria Drive right now? Oh, I haven't heard about it. Maybe I should look into it. But like the story of what we are experiencing now in the anime is like about volume 5 or 6 of the light novel. And I'm currently at number 14 or 15. And it's getting so much better. It is already really good. But it's getting even better. Like, it's not even comparable. It's a Yuri anime? Okay, then maybe it's not something that I would like. Maybe my... Well, it's probably more something I would like. I would watch than my girlfriend. Wait, where's Shincho? Is he upstairs? He's probably upstairs. Have some oppai. Ah, yeah. That's a couple of books.
Yes, that's it, Jinyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
Scary. Quite a lot, actually. Okay. It's probably not something I can watch with my girlfriend. More than high school days. That's definitely not something I can watch with my girlfriend. And I barely watch any anime on my own anymore.
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore.
Damn.
I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on, you can do this.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary. It hasn't even been that long and Shincho's already zombified.
What?
Mr.
Zombified.
Hirayama, we found a solution that might just solve our dilemma. In both Liyue and Inazuma, seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we use a stamp to leave the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier. Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of 2 parts. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Chenyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
Let me think.
It's a sweet idea.
All right, I think that would work. Not only does it still involve the author's own handwriting, but the result should be very beautiful as well.
Yep.
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Not quite.
Mr. Hirayama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book. But if we adopted Calx's proposed method, we might have enough time to do signatures at the live event. And if all the authors sign their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
If you think it's feasible,
Nice.
I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall contact the other 2 authors participating in the new release event.
Who are the other ones? Is it,
It is a great honor to use a signature designed by Calx.
Oh, okay, no, never mind.
My pen name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Redo of Healer. I heard the name before, but I haven't watched it, I think. I don't think I have. No, it's way too new. No. No, I haven't seen that one. Best way to describe Kazuha in lore. A refugee sonar on steroids who carve out stamps in need. Alright, that's a good description, I guess. Good that you have not watched it. Is it bad? I mean, I can see from the tag that there's a lot of nudity involved, but let me see. Oh, Oh yeah. Oh, Jesus, the genre. Yeah, my girlfriend would kill me. It's a hentai on steroids. But it will taint your mind. Good that I haven't watched it then, so... Alright. Why would you recommend me something like that? Why would you make me look it up?
Everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the next few days to have
It's
a good
borderline
rest. We'll
anime.
handle everything from here.
Oh,
The books
come
that
on.
Jinyu already signed can be used as special prizes in future events held by the Eye Publishing House.
But it's mainly very dark story. It's breaking the barrier between hentai and anime. Like, there are many animes that do that. Don't come with that argument. But it's a very dark story. It makes... Well, I didn't expect it. Just say that. Actually, yes. Yeah, it's rated 18 here in... Or let's rate it 18 in Germany, at least. Honeymoon Production Publishing. Did they? Quite interesting. Like the... Oh, okay. I see. Like the same publisher that really brought it to Germany also imported Data Life, so not too surprising. Is this rod or my rod? Well, that's... How old are you?
We did it. The event is saved.
Woo!
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Xingqiu! Maybe you should step outside for some fresh air.
I just read the comment that Nagi did. I kinda like the comment. But isn't she like sort of known as the Ice Princess overall? But well, here that
We
one.
still have some time to burn. Where should we go next?
Yeah, but when 12-year-old people watch it, kind of saying, I don't know, man. It's stuck to the way MC character takes revenge. Okay. You're making it scary the longer it goes. Apparently, it is very good, apparently. Like, on this platform where I usually watch it, oh, come on. Like, there are so many different opinions. Like, someone says the genre fits super well, the story is great, the animation is fine, but still great, characters are great, music is meh. And there are other ones like, everything's bad, the animations are meh, 2 out of 5 stars, but the rest is bad. But overall, what I can see, the genre apparently fits very well, which is something I'd expect. And the animation are 3 or 4 stars, mostly. I think Eula would like it though. Not much scary. The manga was super hit though. Okay. Actually, Eula is a very kind person. Eula is super kind. She just makes it look like she's a mad woman. Or a mad lad.
Traveler, there you are.
Hey! Hello. Hey, Neon. Okay, what other animes are there? Like, one of the animes that I very much liked in the past was no, not Ascendance of Wiccan, we already had that one. See the Money of Soul and Possibility Control. I really like that one. Citrus is a good one, haven't watched it unfortunately. Like, See the Money of Soul and Possibility Control is like almost 9 years old by now, or maybe even older. Jesus. Really liked it though.
Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! That's an interesting combo.
It's just good.
I was just going to the festival venue to prepare the Ikebana lesson when I found a strange piece of paper on a flower stand.
Number 4.
This bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar papers recently. As such, we came together to find you two.
Did you also hear her S, like, super weird. Like, totally... Like, she didn't quite control her voice or something else. Like, it's very unusual for Genshin Impact to have things like that. I don't really know the right name. Let me look it up. Lisp. Alright, it's just called Lisp. Why was she lisping? Lisping? That sounds so odd.
But the paper she found isn't quite the same as the ones we found before. Here's the paper. Please, have a look.
We shall have. Sumizome. I submerged the verses into clear water and the truth did emerge. Ah, okay. That's the hint. Yosuganozora is a big no-no. So that's a warning. Okay. Right, why if you don't want me to see it, why did you mention it then? Don't you actually want me to watch it? But with that warning, I'm not gonna watch it.
Huh. All the poems we found before were roughly the same length. But this one is only 2 lines.
And even though there are only 2 short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page. The position of the writing seems to indicate that there is other content written on this paper besides these 2 lines.
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear." Speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
Because you may come across it at some point. Listen, as I said before, if I'm mostly watching animes with my girlfriend, and trust me, she's not watching anything adult related. She's not ever going to do that. But one anime that she actually watched together with me, or 2 of them actually, was the Danmachi series, which should get another season, I think. And Gate. You've probably seen that one. Like where the Japanese get like a gate to a different world and stuff. Like I really like that one. She was okay with it.
So, shall we give it a whirl? It just so happens that there's a pond nearby.
Actually, I have to go to the toilet really quick. I'll be right back.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
The water from the hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
The water from the hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Alright. I've returned. You have a point. You should watch In Another World with my smartphone. Yeah, it's a good one. Actually, I watched it together with my girlfriend.
Jeweler cherishes their gems.
I mean, it wasn't... yeah. Reincarnated as Slime is also a very good one. Yep, it is. One that I watched with her was like the top anime of last season. Or 2 seasons ago. Was it already that long? No. Jesus. Like the controversial one. Like where he got reincarnated as a boy. And he becomes like a super mage. Genau. Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei it was. Hey,
So this is a day in the
Davinov?
life of the traveler.
David now?
Learn
Classroom
more
of the
about you
Elite?
over
Nah,
time.
wasn't really interested in that one. But I really like Mushoku Tensei. Like, almost every part of it. You carefully dip the water into water,
It's
right?
really working! More words have appeared on the paper! Let Paimon see what it says.
If you want to read it, but you all played already through it. So, nope.
The story says that after Sumizomi got the collection of poems from Akihito and put them into a stream of water, the plagiarized words in the poem became...
You see, Paimon.
Oh, fuck!
In the past,
Jesus.
when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture.
How about Iromanga Sensei? No. I watched the first episode together with my girlfriend, or part of it, because I thought, yeah, it was so like loved from everyone. It can't be that bad. But we didn't continue after the first episode, or like after the first 10 minutes or so.
To ensure the text lasted longer, they'd either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce, and the waterproof coating
The
can
sister is
also
all you
prove
need.
just as difficult.
Is a nice one.
However,
Okay.
since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the shogun, surely one of those two methods was used to protect it. But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid.
So this poem wasn't written by Akihito.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work. He was set up!
Yep.
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits. Kazuha, Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be delighted.
Yes, as would I.
There you go. The next two portraits should be ready in no time.
Yes. And now that all 4 stories have all been collected, the story of the 5 Kasen is now fully completed.
Long ago,
Cutscene.
Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red
I just
seal,
came up with something.
hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only a
the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
Hey Aki, welcome back. Just came up with a new series. Just like in this very moment. Which probably someone else also did already, I don't know. Potentially. Come on, what's wrong?
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been able to figure out. One of the 5 Kasen is called Kuranushi, right? It's just that, how could the story of the 5 Kasen finish without him appearing at all?
Discussion topics so far: Ayaka farming, guide, server, internet, geography, infrastructure, game event, anime hentai, and back to game cutscenes. Nice roller coaster. Hey, that's Minpaint, that's what you're here for. I mean, look at my account. What did we... Hello, so it started with some Let's Plays. It started with some Let's Plays that were totally awful, not that they'd be better now. I then made a shit ton of shorts. Like an actual shit ton, like background story and stuff. After that I made some Jinha stuff when she released with her story quest. I made some summoning sessions in between, like 2 months later. And then I started to make some guides with some shorts in between. And now I haven't been doing shorts for quite a while now. They're covering like different topics that are not related to other stuff. So that's what you get with following Minpact.
Oh! Have you really not noticed?
Like, why should it be any different? Like my live streams and my stuff I upload to YouTube, it's all equally chaotic.
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
What he means is that the story of Kuronushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh? Really?
That's right.
It's really fun to be here.
The poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinsing the poetry collection. An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akahito's poetry collection in a stream.
Sometimes this type of chaos is fun. Yep, cannot be more true. Yep.
Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances. However, for the perpetrator who framed Akahito, it was completely obvious. He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism incident. If that happened, then he'd be finished. So, in desperation, he threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear out this poem.
Which means the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akahito!
The culprit is none other than Kuronushi.
What? Kuranushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 Kasen. Since the Shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 Kasen, the only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
Oh, okay. Paimon is finally starting to get it now.
However, this also brings something else to mind.
Like, when is this conversation going to end? I wanted to talk about the series that I came up with, and if this continues, I will never get to it.
The story of the 5 Kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately. Which begs the question, is there a Kuronushi in our world as well?
For your information, my username isn't based on Aoi no Okina. Okay. I wouldn't have guessed it, but good that you made it clear.
A Kuronushi? In In our world?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
Come back.
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him.
Don't interrupt him. Alright, what I wanted to talk about, like, what we can see here. Like, what you'd assume to be rerunning, but on the other hand, I just realized it doesn't make sense. Like, if this would be the case, it would go like, you get Venti first, because of he's rerunning, like at the beginning of 2.6. You'd get a free Shincho, and then you get a Kazuha, and after that you will be able to get Ayaka. Meh. Doesn't work like that. Vito billing big brain, yep.
Hey, Kazuha! Are you okay? You've been standing in front of this blank canvas for a while, and you don't look so good.
Doesn't she?
Apologies for making a wild assumption, but has the story of the 5 Kasen reminded you of anything?
Yes. A few things did come to mind, actually. However, they were nothing more than some past incidents regarding my family. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not to bring you any more trouble.
Hey, we're all friends here, Kazuha. You can always tell us whatever's on your mind.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the Raiden Gokuden?
The Raiden Gokuden? What's that?
Okay, no clue.
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were thinking of the same thing. But it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission. It would be improper to speak of it here without the consent of Miss Kamisato.
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy, so there isn't any harm in it. However, this matter is somewhat complicated and may be difficult to explain. Let me start with the Raiden Gokuden. As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and cultural affairs, and Inazuma's art of forging swords is a very important part of our culture. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Although these families were swordsmiths by craft, they also held many important positions in the Yashiro Commission.
Guys, I'm kind of happy that we aren't too many people in the stream, because it would get so confusing, like reading what you guys are chatting about. Like someone, oh, big brain, and someone, oh, by the way, that season is coming too. Hey, you're welcome back. Hey, wait, that's news to me. Like, there's no way I could follow this if there would be like 100 people here. Just no way.
Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Amenoma art still maintains its artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are also still alive, but the craft has been lost to time. The descendants of the Ishin art are none other than the Kaidehara family.
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came from a noble family, but we had no idea about his connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword making.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
but that's all part of the past now. The Ishin art was lost with my great-grandfather's generation. My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. When he was young, my grandfather traveled all over Tevat to find a way to revive the family business. But it was to no avail. And in my generation, our last remaining family property was lost as well.
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span of a few decades, 3 of the families suffered various misfortunes and disappeared completely. Later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes stemmed from some background machinations, meaning that someone wanted to wipe out the Raiden Gokuden.
My favorite culture anime, anime is coming back, of course, I would be overjoyed. Join me for the dinner, we are having a party. Lol?
However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden came to ruin, such explanations were treated as nothing more than a conspiracy theory.
Indeed. I've also believed such ideas were just theories and rumors. However, I know that a major incident happened to my great-grandfather when he was young. Not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it nearly jeopardized the Kamisato clan's position in the Yashiro Commission as well. After reading the story of the 5 Kasen, I can't help but feel like it's pointing me toward the truth behind that incident.
What exactly happened to your great-grandfather, Kazuha?
I still can't say. I need to speak with someone to verify the details. Let's meet here again at noon tomorrow. I will tell you everything I know then.
Does he even have some connections still? I'm not sure if he does. You're not sharing me with me, guys? That's not nice. But we all already know who's gonna come up next, don't we? Should be one thing enough, right? Professor is telling the truth. If the stream were a lot of people, it would be very difficult to keep up, yeah. But at the pace it's currently going now, it's... Well, it changes by minute. Like, before it was very nice. We should revive your account, Mrs. Streamer. We should review your account. Okay. You're the special guest. Nice. I mean, sure you can. But you would be like, oh no, you have the wrong artifacts. Oh no. Wait, you actually deal some damage?
Ah, you're here. It appears everyone has arrived.
Oh, today was my final exam, business studies. So we could theoretically be in some similar fields then, as I am. I should, how do you say this again? Graduate as well with my industrial engineering degree this summer. So that's just... On the other hand, you could say this about every field, simply because the industrial engineer is like the generalist that exists, like the most generalistic generalist. How did your investigation go, Kazo?
Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago.
Yeah, that's I totally missed that one. Congratulations, Aki. Well done.
In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram.
Did you have a good feeling? Like, did you think you passed it, or do you think you fucked it up?
Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. Every blade that was forged was defective. When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment. The Kaidahara clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside. However, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaidahara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths, which combined with his advanced age caused him to pass away shortly thereafter.
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. Treacherous people took advantage of the situation and put the family's status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to regain its prior reputation.
Kinda deep backstory.
But, thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. The Kaidahara clan and the Yashiro Commission always believed that was the case.
My exams just started today and I copied some answers from a random person next to me. But but today was your final exam. Is it not? Can't believe the lore spun around Kazuha, but still didn't go. Got the rerun. He will. Seems reasonable. But you should be fine. I mean, you didn't study for nothing like all these years, did you? You're probably fine, no?
However, the story of the 5 Kasen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather the diagram had been tampered with by someone. Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for the diagram. Please come meet me at the Kamisato estate later.
Okay. To the Kamisato estate we'll head. Yeah, we'll get him soon enough, and we'll probably get to know even more about his backstory then. I mean, from what I can tell now is that sort of has been in his family. Because of the sales from Yellen may suffer because of Kazuha. I think we'll see him in 2.8, so it shouldn't have too much of an impact. Like, if the delay isn't going to happen, which apparently it's not going to, it won't have an impact at all. Like Yellen being in the first half of 2.7, and Kazuha probably in the latter part of 2.8, with all the temporary events in between, looks fine to me. Don't really see a point that should influence sales very much. But one thing that I wanted to look at before. Yellen is a 5-star female Shincho, and armpits. You forgot the armpits.
As a jeweler cherishes their gems.
In Shin Wiki and banners. Let me show you my screen once more. Can't agree more. Yeah, nothing better than that. Like, that's single-handedly carrying everything.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
This
I'm learning
one.
more about you all the time.
Right. Ayaka, we need you to shut up for a second. List. No, not that one. Like, what we want to look at. No, it's in history. Meh. By the way, just some Hindi words. I mean, try to pronounce them, okay? Antmand Kadola. Yunanacha Benka. Are you there tell Ayaka to shut up? Ah. Did I just run into something? Mean? But what I wanted to check now here was patch 2.0. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I forgot Sarah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still 11, 12, 13. I'm only counting 13. Is that the reason why I'll pull for her? I also need another Shincho. Yeah, fair enough. But honestly, am I too stupid to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13. I'm only counting 13 characters. 15 with the next 2 patches. They said they will release 17 characters per year. Oh, I did count Sayo. Why am I looking like that? That's a silly idea. List. Can I sort by release date? I cannot. See you after 20 minutes if the stream continues. We'll see. That's not the one I want. Is there no, like, list sorted by release date? Genshin character by release date. Alright. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. 2.8 will feature one more character. And I wonder if it's going to be Hazel, as someone asked before. I don't quite remember who it was. Or if it is going to be like the one I predicted. Perfect mirror here.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
We need a playable Catherine. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay. Quite interested that they wrote it in Japanese. And most of it in hiragana. Like, pretty awfully written. But if someone had experience with reading it, something like that, it would be definitely readable. But then I guess you already have 7 copies of her. Yep.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge.
If you think about it, it could potentially be your first free C6 character, right? Potentially, no?
Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedehara clan all those years ago.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday, the former family servant said that my great-grandfather even went to the Yashiro Commission to request that diagram from the head of the Kamisato clan. He then showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed. My great-grandfather then told him, if you can't find the secret within, then the Ishin art deserves to fade from the world.
Sad. Imagine exploring the finished Genshin map from scratch. That would be cool. Like with the map that I sometimes look at. I mean, if that's the case, like for everything, which it probably is, damn. Like, we have so much to see still. And my hard drive is gonna die. Or my SSD in that case.
My grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again, even till the day of his passing. Looking back at it now, the argument between the two of them was simply meaningless.
Good.
Oh, Kazuha.
I heard that your great-grandfather was very industrious when he was young, but later in life, he no longer bothered with the forging arts. It appears that his failure took quite a toll on him.
Kazuha, did your great-grandfather really say, "If you can't find the secret within"? Did he use those exact words?
It's gonna end up being the size of GTA 5. Isn't Call of Duty even larger? Like, file size GTA 5. That's just 87 gigabytes. But isn't Call of Duty, like the new one, isn't Warzone like, yeah, it's 133. GTA is almost 200 gigabytes. What the fuck? Oh wait, this is PlayStation. Hmm. No, that can't be right. GTA file size for PC. It says 72. Where's have at least 100 gigabytes? Okay. Nah, it appears to be about 70 gigabytes. No, it's 70 gigabytes. But Call of Duty, that's like, that wasn't me because you couldn't even install it anymore on like your smallest SSDs, your 127 or 128 gigabyte ones. I'm getting a call right now. I'll mute myself real quick. Okay, I finally managed to hit the button to unmute. It didn't like take 20 attempts or something.
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words and still remembers them very clearly.
Yeah, like, it could be that it's with all the DLCs over 200 gigabytes. But when direct storage will come to PC, we might actually get like a reduction in file sizes. That's what I hope. Because how things are going on now is, like, multiple times the same assets are being saved to the drive to optimize like loading times, to reduce them. But that has the side effect of the file sizes just blooming. Obviously, the things are gonna get more detailed. That obviously increases the file sizes as well. But I've just lost my 50-50. press F to respect, to pay respect. But that's definitely not helping to, well, at all with the file sizes.
My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's cherished bonsai tree.
Rude? Wait, Albedo, what are you trying to say?
Yes, it appears that you understand my meaning. Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, wouldn't he have said something more along the lines of, your skills aren't sufficient? But instead he said, if you can't find the secret within. Don't you find that a little strange? Huh? Oh. So you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that the failure was due to someone's tampering? Yes. The current evidence suggests that is highly likely.
I apologize, but would you all please accompany me to the Tenryou Commission? After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryou Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might be able to get some clues.
All right, let's get moving.
Isn't the Tenryou? Yeah, it's over here. Right next to the palace. Prayers for you, my dude. Cold War. 400 gigabytes. You know? Because file size makes a game better. So the bigger your file size is, the better is the game, right? That's why Genshin is... Isn't it also already like 60 gigabytes or something? File size?
The defenses on the left side of the tower need to be strengthened.
Yeah, these 30 gigabytes definitely are not correct anymore.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times
I would
can
like to
appreciate
know
its true
how
qualities.
huge the file size is. Let me check this real quick.
On the left side of the tower need to be strengthened.
Genshin Impact game. It's 42. That's less than I'd expected. According to this metric, it's only 10% as good as Cold War. Which you guys obviously can confirm, right?
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
We're just here to ask about something.
Kujo Sara. Perhaps you still remember me.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the Vision Hunt decree. However, your arrest warrant has since been repealed.
Sara, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara clan's property that was seized by the Tenryou Commission. Do you know where all their belongings are now?
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse next to the police station. Since Kaedehara has come back to Inazuma, those items should be returned to their rightful owner.
Cold War doesn't have hot waifus, so Genshin is better. Well, some people see guns as hot waifus.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings. I just want to investigate them for a personal matter.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
They have a police station in this world? What?
Thank you, Sara!
Kaedehara, about the Vision Hunt decree.
That's all in the past now, Kujo Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own convictions and struggles. However, may I ask something of you?
Yes? What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, Those items from my family's estate are of no use to me. Madam Cujo, I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them, and use the money to help the poor.
All right,
Oh.
I understand.
Nice.
I'll be sure to take care of it.
Very nice of him.
The defenses on the left side of the tower need to be strengthened. This is the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission.
Should be right around the corner here. Ah, let's see if we can see the culprit from here. Because technically, we should be able to see him from here. No? Oh, he's on the backside, isn't he? Kazuha equals Elon Musk. Is he? He's not here. Why isn't he here? Wasn't he supposed to be here? The Scaramouche?
Let's play.
I thought Scaramouche was supposed to be here. Huh. I want to see Scaramouche. No Scaramouche here. Okay.
Ah, you must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Well, Madame Cujo's already informed me of the situation. Please, come this way.
Now let's see how huge this police station is.
Ah,
Be right back
the
in 5
Kaedehara
minutes,
clan's
right?
belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the items are scattered throughout in order to save space. My deepest apologies. However, I have clearly marked the corresponding items, so they shouldn't be too difficult to find.
Alright.
I'll be waiting for you at the door. Please, come see me if you require any assistance.
Sure.
Kazuha, since the items are scattered throughout the building, I propose we split up and look for clues.
I have to go to the toilet again. Damn. Drinking a lot of tea. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back as well. I suppose we split up and look for clues.
Yes, sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help, everyone.
Talk to everyone. It looks kind of like the same book, just over and over again. Yeah, of course Wendy's here.
There must be some around here somewhere.
What are you looking for, Wendy? And not alcohol, I assume.
Do you see all these pots here? Some of them are bound to have liquor inside, right?
I knew it.
Hey! Everyone else is trying hard to help, and you're over here looking for a drink?
That's Wendy.
I merely jest, of course. Come on, we're close to uncovering the truth now. Why do you look so worried?
Well, Paimon doesn't really get why Kazuha told Sara to sell all these belongings.
Oh? You don't know.
What if we don't end up finding anything today? Then wouldn't Kazuha lose the chance of finding out what really happened all those years ago?
Yes,
You know,
we'll find
just
it.
saying.
I know you are worried about Kazuha, but if you ask me, he is stronger than you think. Since Kazuha made such a request to Sara, that indicates he's already made his choice. Whether we find out the truth or not today, or whatever it turns out to be, he's ready to accept it.
Is this your Archon's intuition speaking?
No, not intuition. Rather, I've lived for a long time now, so you could say I have some experience in reading people. Leave the things
enough.
here to me. You two can look around elsewhere.
Right. Have you found something?
Oh, it's you. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything of value here.
Okay.
Whoa, this folding screen looks pretty old, though.
Yes, perhaps if it were better maintained, then it could fetch a decent price. However, I doubt it could be sold in its current condition.
It's not too bad. I can see some things here where maybe it's quite bad.
I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fibers on the back side. The soil is deeply embedded into the cloth. That means a great deal of force was used when the dirt was lodged into the cloth. It's likely that this patch of dirt is from the very flower pot thrown by Kazuha's grandfather.
Why don't you think this is of any value?
Because this is not what we are looking for now. Let
fair
me
enough.
think. If I wanted to leave a message behind, I would probably choose to leave it on something a little more special.
Albedo seems to be thinking pretty hard. We better not bother him.
Yep. Kind of surprised all these plants are still like alive and not dead.
What did you find, Shinjo?
I found quite the pile of old books. These books here are all related to smelting steel, and these are about the process of forging blades. This pile over here is all about plants and flowers.
The books about plants and flowers must have belonged to Kazuha's great-grandfather.
Probably. Could there be any clues in the books?
I skimmed through them just now, but I didn't find anything particularly worth noting. I shall take a closer look and let you know if I find anything.
Right. Ayaka, did you find something? Oh, sword. Ayaka, how's it going for you?
Oh, it's you. I'm currently investigating the sword rack.
Oh, since the Kaidahara clan was a family of renowned swordsmiths, then this blade should be super valuable, right? Maybe it's a treasure of the Ishin art!
Probably not. It's probably rusted through and through.
I'm afraid not. Although the sword rack is made of fine wood, the swords placed here appear to be quite ordinary. Due to the dire financial situation of the late Kaidahara clan, everything of value has probably been sold off already.
Fair
The
enough.
blade on the sword hasn't been sharpened, but there are many signs of use on the hilt. Perhaps Kaedehara used it for training as a child.
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple uneven characters etched into the scabbard. Kazu-ha. Wow, so it really was Kazuha's! Paimon can imagine what Kazuha was like as a kid.
I will continue investigating here and call you if I find anything interesting.
Everyone, I've found something that you should all have a look at.
But everyone has disappeared.
Kazuha discovered something. Let's go see what he's got.
What do you have?
Sorry, many of the items were moved here recently, so things are still a bit unorganized. Although the previous warehouse was large, the locks were dated and something was nearly stolen.
Oh.
So Madame Kujo Sara ordered the contents to be moved here.
Something was stolen then. Oh no.
Wouldn't gliding be fast?
This flower pot was in my house for a long time. I heard that it was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while now.
Well, after my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others once he became seriously ill. But he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time, and even instructed my grandfather not to throw it away in his will. My grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with my great-grandfather, so he left the plant exactly as it was.
Nice.
But now that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Yep.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Kinda sus.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
Leo.
We finally found something! It's only a bunch of blank paper.
Put
Do you
water
think
on it.
someone already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
No, I do not think that is the case here. See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
Yeah. Maybe we need to try using water again.
You mean to say that these sheets have been written with special ink, like that which Miss Kamisato found before?
Yes,
Essentially.
I agree with this hypothesis.
Okay, let's give it a dunk then.
There is a pond outside the police station. I'll use the water there.
Got the quest done, guys.
Well, how did it go? Those weren't just plain old sheets of paper, were they?
Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed begin to appear on it. It is a letter, written by my great-grandfather.
Oh? What does the letter say?
Is it something you can share with us too?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, I wish to take you somewhere. Everyone, please follow me.
Alright. Is he here now? Mr. Scaramouche? Nope.
Here we go.
Just an idea. Like this, so you can't see around the corner. Usually, he's not there. Wait, there's a trapdoor here? Why is there a trapdoor here? Why would you put a... Oh.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Venti actually is also one of the fastest character when it comes to bunny hopping. Nice. Fortunately, we only have one anime character equipped right now, else we would be even faster. Love the piece that was playing though. It's day now.
Kaedehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
Is this place related to the contents of the letter?
It is. In fact, my great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this very location.
Oh.
Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the truth behind the defective blades. And it was right here where they encountered the culprit who framed the Kaedahara clan and the Raiden Gokaden. It reads, "To whoever reads this letter, I, Kaedahara Yoshinori, have been held to a certain secret throughout my entire life. I don't have much longer in this world, and after much consideration, I've finally decided to disclose the matter. All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission, I was not injured by one of the fleeing smiths. Rather,
it was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight, only a single eccentric stranger. This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings, and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden. That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated.
Damn.
Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa. I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedahara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kuni Kuzushi." He then turned and left.
Interesting.
Wow. So that's what really happened.
Yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the forging diagram had been tampered with by Kuni Kuzushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely accused of being involved with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened. Because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden. My great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. So, to protect his loved ones, he closed the family business.
Potentially. We have no clue who it is, right? Like Niwa? But this lady must be very old by now. Probably is 6 feet under.
He said, "As the leader of the Kaedahara clan, I am deeply ashamed to witness the decline of the Ishin art. But as a father, it is my priority to ensure the safety of my children and grandchildren."
So all those harsh words he said were because he was worried about his son being his son's well-being.
Yes, that's right. If my grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram all those years ago, perhaps my great-grandfather would have told him the truth. Unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words. Miss Kamisato, it appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here. What are your thoughts?
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato house never spoke of this to the family was due to similar safety concerns.
Probably,
If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams, and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is not an ordinary enemy.
Yeah, this is like where you should notice something. Like him being able to tamper with the Shogun's diagrams, that's simply because he is partly made, or he is made. Scaramouche is made by the Shogun. Hey Dragon, welcome back. We are still live for, well, let's see for how long. But we've just, well, got to know the Scaramouche tempered with the diagrams.
I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly and investigate the identity behind the one called Kunikuzushi.
We already know
Rest
it.
assured, we will act cautiously.
How are you feeling, Kazuha?
To be honest, as I read the letter, I felt much turbulence in my heart. But now I've managed to calm myself.
Good.
My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish his descendants to blindly seek revenge and be deceived by things of the past. Though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I feel like they are still valid nonetheless. I think what's most important for each person is not the past, but the present. Even though we must carry the burdens from the past, there are also things we wish to strive for. Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. I will live on just as my great-grandfather had hoped. That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and plotting to stir up more trouble, then I definitely won't turn a blind eye.
Classic Kazuha. No, actually, that's Kazuha. Always sensible.
These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that incident.
Great! Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
I don't like the English voice actor for Kazuha. He sounds like a teenager who didn't hit puberty. No, I don't actually find any issues with him. There are other voice actors that I have way more issues with. Kazuha I find good selected, actually. In my opinion. Like, some of the voice actors I do have issues with is... Raiden was quite... Let's go through them. Ayaka is fine, Shenhe is good, in my opinion. Venti is good. Kokumi is fine. Good. Very good. Jean is probably the best. Eula also very good. Ganyu... mediocre, in my opinion. Well, not like I said in the past already, I'm not saying that any voice actor is particularly bad. The thing is, we are comparing them probably all to the Japanese voice actors, which for one do have much more practice than any other voice actor probably does. And there's way less talent for voice actors in the English-speaking region. So... But these two are very good. Ningguang depends very much on the part it's playing. Sometimes it's excellent, sometimes it's questionable. Jinchou fine, Xiao fine. Raiden, as I said, quite good. Lumine and Ether, no issues with that. Aito, fine, pretty good. Fischl, fine. Maybe a bit more German would have been better. Lisa, great. Shanling, fine. Sucrose, well, it's fine. Zhongli, awesome. Noelle, probably good, I don't remember. Diona, I don't really like her character. That has probably more to do with it than anything else. It's probably fine as well. Miko is good. Kaya is excellent in my opinion. Aloy, no clue. Turtle Guy, fine. Utao, compared to the Japanese voice actor, that's not a fair comparison. I guess it would be okay if we didn't have such a high level like comparison to it. Daruk, fine. Yunjin, I don't know. Rosario, I don't know. Dongyun, fine. Sarah, good. Baidu, really good. Razor doesn't speak a lot. Meh. That's good. Good. Never played her. Oh no. Bennett is fine. Amber is good as well. Sayu, decent. Goro, probably decent. Like they don't make like awful decisions when taking a voice actor, in my opinion. They're just fine, but not more. Maybe only how's she called again?
Today is the final stage of the Iridori Festival. Not only will there be
Nope.
Shincho's signing event, but Albedo's painting of Kuranushi will also be unveiled.
I haven't built Bennett at all. I don't like his playstyle. I have him on C6 theoretically, but I don't feel like playing him. I don't like his playstyle.
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that though. Maybe one day I start to like it.
Albedo, why is the portrait of Kuranushi all covered up? Paimon wants to see what your Kuranushi portrait looks like.
Don't worry. The unveiling ceremony will be starting shortly. You'll see what it looks like then. I will say that I'm most satisfied with this particular work. I even made a special trip to see someone in order to complete it. They gave me some very valuable suggestions.
Things are starting to sound pretty mysterious.
Is that so? Anyway, there is still time before the ceremony. You may have a look around the venue first.
Right.
Festivals always attract so many people.
Sploosh. We have to look at the 4 sites. Alright.
If you're tired from walking all around the festival, how about you sit right here and try my Inazuman snack?
Ah, these two know each other, if you didn't know. Let me sit down here. Can I not? Yeah, I can sit down.
Well, hello everyone.
Hey! What are you two doing together? Don't think we didn't see you two chatting up a storm just now. The moment we came over, you stopped talking.
Is that so? I'm afraid you're just overthinking things.
We were merely discussing wine and food. I'm sure you two wouldn't be interested.
Speaking of good sides with sake, I personally prefer fried tofu.
Forget it. Even if those two are plotting something, they'd still never let us know.
Yep. It's just that these two are so old that they have known each other for quite a while already. Like 1 or 2 years.
Traveler, Paimon, it's a pleasure to see you.
Let me change something real quick. 1 second. And that one. So now it's on speakers. So I can breathe a bit better. I don't know. Breathing? It's just a bit less hot. Did today's signing go as planned?
Indeed it did. Thanks to you, the signing event went off without a hitch. And I must say, the readers seem most satisfied.
I have to go in 2 minutes, sadly. Yeah, the stream won't be going on for too long, like a couple of minutes, and then it's done.
Shincho, is it just Paimon, or are you on the lookout for something?
Yep.
You aren't mistaken. Though I'm ashamed to admit it. But in fact, I have been on the watch for tourists from Liyue. After all, I came to Inazuma under the pretext of evaluating a potential investment. If an acquaintance were to see me sitting here, then there would be no way to hide the truth from my father. Fortunately, the crowds of readers that came flocking over have kept the usual tourists at bay. Oh,
nice.
I should mention, Shu is also unaware of the real purpose of my trip. If you happen to meet him, please, Remember to keep it a secret.
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Then, please accept my thanks in advance. I'm sorry that I can't chat long. There are still readers waiting in line. I'll see you later at the unveiling ceremony for Kuronushi's portrait.
Alright, off we go to the next one.
Love this fan novel.
Let's move out.
Oh, I still have so much to do today still. Jesus. Hey, Kamisatos.
Ah, greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Ayato! We finally get to see the busiest person of all.
Yes, there were many things which required my attention these past few days. Fortunately, the Iridori Festival is proceeding smoothly. The Tri-Commission cooperated closely to prepare this festival, so at long last, I can take a break today.
Brother and I are very grateful for your help.
Toma sure is taking his sweet time.
Oh, you were waiting for Toma?
Yes. Today is one of the rare occasions when Brother isn't busy. I was going to buy some books, but he said he wanted to come along. His treat. However, he forgot his wallet at home, so he asked Toma to go back and fetch it for him.
Paimon didn't think Ayato could ever be forgetful like that.
Yep.
Brother always works diligently, and it's rare for him to ever put his duties to the side and relax. So, Toma and I really cherish such moments when he's forgetful.
Like this is a normal conversations between siblings. Wouldn't you agree? Oi, Kazuha. Are you going?
Kazuha, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at the festival?
I came here to take in the sea breeze. Such a bustling atmosphere is never really to my liking.
Are you really alright, Kazuha?
I knew you were still worried about me. Thank you, but please, don't worry. The things I said in front of everyone weren't just pretty-sounding excuses. Look, see this familiar harbor in front of us? Before, you could sit here all day without seeing a single ship pass through. Instead, all you would see were soldiers from the Kanjo Commission, guarding against possible intruders.
Wow.
But now, it's become a bustling place. Not only are foreigners coming to Inazuma again, but traffic between here and Watatsumi Island has also been picking up.
That's a good thing.
Inazuma has already started to change, huh?
I was thinking, in some ways, each and every one of us are similar to this country. It might take a different amount of time for different people, but there will inevitably come a day when each person can let go of their burdens. And when they finally let go, they are free to follow the wind as they please.
And now comes the
Time for the
grand
portrait's
unveiling.
unveiling ceremony. Let's head over to the 5 Kasen Plaza.
Go, go, Kokomi. That changed really awkwardly.
Everyone, welcome to the magnificent Iridori Festival. Today, we have ushered in the final stage of our festival.
It's really
And
awkward
now
that it
we will
takes him so
reveal the
long.
final portrait of the 5 Kasen, Kuronushi, which was done by none other than our guest artist from Mondstadt, Calx.
Paimon has no idea what Albedo's portrait looks like.
Not too loud,
This is
idiot.
so nerve-wracking.
Let's all count down together. 3, 2, 1.
Nothing. Just an empty picture.
Huh? What's this? This piece depicts nothing but a background. I suppose Calx must have forgotten to include the character. Let's hear some words from Calx himself regarding the creative process behind this piece.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say that it was an honor to be invited to create the portraits of the 5 Kasen. The 5 Kasen are legendary figures from ancient Inazuma, famous for their works of poetry. As time passed, poems were composed about them, and they became the subjects of many stories. I learned from existing sources about those stories that the character of Kuronushi is the deepest and most differing of the 5 Kasen. Moreover, Kuronushi lacks a dedicated chapter among the stories. It's as if he is a behind-the-scenes role of the 5 Kasen. Perhaps we can assume that every creator had a different understanding of Kuronushi. So, in the same way, I also wanted to leave this character to everyone's own imagination. After all,
not really.
The Irodori Festival is a place for everyone to express their minds through creative works.
Yep, that's Albedo for ya. His super logical explanation is sure to win everyone's approval. Well, it seems that our adventures at the Irodori Festival have come to a close.
Aren't you forgetting something, Paimon?
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, right! We still haven't figured out who left those stories of the 5 Kasen for us to find.
I have an inkling of whom it might be.
Come on then, who is it? Tell Paimon!
First, it's someone that knows every one of us.
Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, there'd be no way to give the right paper to the right person every time.
They are connected with the Kaedehara clan.
Right! Even though they were using stories to hint us toward Shincho's troubles, the real goal was to lead us to solve the secrets of the Kaedehara clan. Paimon gets it now. Well, at least Paimon thinks she knows. Let's go! We'll get to the bottom of this.
Wait, it's not over.
Allow me.
Not yet. Able. What are those ears? Oh. But who might be his mom? Let's see for a character that we haven't seen before. Wait, we should have seen it before. Her. Right? Interesting.
The one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen. I'm afraid you guessed wrong, Paimon. It wasn't me.
Huh? Really? Oh, Paimon thought for sure you'd be the sneaky and tricky one.
But seeing as you stumbled upon me, you aren't far from finding that person now. Because other than me, there's only one person left.
What? It's Kaiser. No. Alright. It's not Ayato. It appears it is.
Ayato! You're the one behind the stories of the 5 Kasen! But don't you think you overdid it a little? Leading all your friends on a wild hunt like that?
As it just so happens, one of the reasons I'm here today is to explain the details behind this wild hunt.
Huh. Paimon wants to see how you'll explain yourself out of this one.
First of all, the start of this whole incident was due to mere happenstance. You see, Lady Yai happened to catch sight of Shincho and the editor carrying the books away one night. She thought it was interesting, so she asked me to tease them a bit.
Huh? So it was Miko after all? Paimon knew it! This thing had Miko written all over it!
That's right. But using the story of the 5 Kasen to guide you to the Kaedehara family's secrets was my personal touch. As for my roundabout approach, well, that was something which I had no choice but to do.
Interesting.
Yes. Due to a certain incident that occurred earlier, I happened to notice the bonsai plants left behind by Kaedehara Yoshinori, as well as the blank papers hidden inside. I knew there was more than meets the eye regarding those papers, but it took me some time to figure out the secret behind the ink, the kind that would only appear when exposed to water. What Kaedehara Yoshinori said in the letter is very important for both the Kamisato clan and the descendants of the Kaedehara clan, especially Kazuha. The Kaedehara clan used to be subordinates of the Kamisato clan. It was my ancestors who were unable to protect them all those years ago. So now, this obligation fell on my shoulders. Although he has the right to know the truth, the closer he draws to things hidden out of sight, the closer he also draws to danger. I had to confirm whether Kazuha has both the will and ability to be privy to the truth. Of course, I could outright tell him the truth that I had discovered, but maybe he doesn't have the will that's required. In that case, the truth would only become a burden to him. If he lacks the ability, then he wouldn't be able to find the truth in the first place. In which case, it would be better to keep him away from danger altogether. Kaedehara Yoshinori left his message in a roundabout way precisely for this reason. For a long time, I yearned for a suitable opportunity to convey this matter, right up until the night when a legend of sword was smuggled away.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
But why was everyone else involved too?
Yeah, it wasn't only Kazuha. You brought all of the rest of us into this plan of yours.
I figured you would ask this question eventually. I merely saw that this matter would be of value to you. And more importantly, I hoped that while Kazuha and Ayaka were looking for the answers together, they would have some reliable friends by their side. Reliable friends who would be willing to protect them and make measured decisions. Friends who would spare no effort to lend a helping hand in times of trouble. Because it is also very likely that you will face the same enemy together in the future.
Oh. Hints were given. So, who is Kunikuzushi?
You already know the answer deep down inside, don't you? The answer is actually hidden in the portrait of Kuronushi. When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
Wait for night. And then this thing is over. Hopefully.
It's getting pretty late, so nobody else is around now.
Putting some water over here is pretty fine. Like, no light's gonna turn out or something.
So Ayato must have been telling us to splash water on the portrait, right?
That was cheap.
It's the Balladeer!
Caramouche!
So he was the one behind the trouble all those years ago!
Yep.
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before. Also, there's one last thing that we must discuss. I mentioned earlier that the occurrence of a certain incident made me notice the bonsai plants. I wish to tell you of that incident now.
Oh?
It was just after the Shogun announced the abolition of the Sakoku Decree. I heard that something had happened at the Tenryou Commission. They had discovered signs that someone had entered the warehouse storing the Commission's articles of evidence and confiscated items. But nothing was stolen. I felt something unusual about that incident, so I told Kujo-Sara of the Tenryou Commission to treat it as if nothing happened. She was not to increase the guard or relocate the warehouse contents. In the meantime, I sent a member of the Shumatsuban to keep watch over the warehouse. And sure enough, someone was sneaking in and rummaging through the belongings of the Kaedehara clan.
You mean, he was also looking
Yep.
I let him search for a while, but in the end, he found nothing. Soon after, he had to leave Inazuma by boat.
Oh, why did he have to?
She sent someone to catch him!
The best way to protect a secret is to treat it as if it doesn't exist, is it not? Besides, the identity of this person is not hard to guess. After he left Inazuma, I carefully checked the Kaidahara clan's belongings one by one, and eventually discovered the papers in the hidden compartment of the flower pot. I am certain that the papers are the secret which the infiltrator sought to find, though he couldn't confirm whether this secret existed at all. So, now on to my final question. Which part of Kaidahara Yoshinori's experiences was the secret that needed to be protected?
That it was protected or spared by his opponent.
I don't have an answer to this question at present, so I'll leave it to your future self. As for now, please, enjoy yourselves at the Iridori Festival.
I wonder if she actually can do that, after knowing he was here. Right, he got the story quest done, it's just all the other things that... Alright. But that has been it for today. I hope you liked it, and see you next time. Bye bye.